Hello, everyone. Today is July 5th. Yesterday, I had the distinct privilege of, celebrating the independence of the United States. So today, I want to reflect on you about transformation. In 2019, I had the privilege of going to the Dominican Republic. And for the past 20 years, this trip, out of all of them, have been different. You see, earlier in the year, I spoke with Carlito Fuente and Ciro Coachella about an opportunity that God had laid on my heart, and that is to teach leadership development there at the Cigar Family Charitable Complex. This is a remote area in a small town called Caribe, which is outside of Bonao, which is in the center of the island. Very impoverished. When we first started going there over 20 years, there was no clean water. The running water was coming from the rivers, so there was a lot of contaminants in there. And when we drove through the communities, you would see children with bloated stomachs, which were indicative of unhealthy water. So our first focus was to uplift the infrastructure and provide cleaning water there, and then eventually bridges. Carlito had a vision with his dear friend Eric Newman, and that was to build a school. Initially, it was to build a wing on the school there because Eric had seen children that weren't in school, and Carlito says, "Well, they only have a small school." Well, we began an initiative to help raise money through cigar smokers on our cigarfamily.com bulletin board. And we very quickly raised $50,000. And my dear friend Tony Cattengill, who was pivotal and instrumental in implementing that, decided, hey, let's hit 50K. Let's go above and beyond. And we did that. Well, Carlito and Eric had a bigger vision, and that was to actually build our own school. They purchased 23 acres, not too far from Chateau de la Fuente, where the Fuentes grow the beautiful tobacco for their incredible Fuente Opus X cigars. And we opened up our first class in September of 2023, and we get to celebrate 20 years. So in 2019, that trip was a different trip because as a certified Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach, I knew it was my duty to serve and add value to others and to a special community that I've been so attached to for the past 20 years. It was time to get outside of my comfort zone, spread my wings, learn Spanish, and just begin to pour into the community. We started initially with a group of 5 teachers that spoke English. Two of them were English teachers, both in the primary school and the secondary school, and we started off with the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and it was outstanding to see their growth, their demeanor, eyeballs wide open, because now they're recognizing, hey, I am a leader. I have what it takes. And then from there, we went into the 15 Laws of Growth, establishing a growth plan, embracing the laws that they had learned in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, the law of process, the law of the lid. In order to lead others well, you have to lead yourself well and raise your lid and level of influence so that you can pour into others. Well, shortly after we finished the 15 Laws of Growth, we began with a group of students. And man, what an incredible 10 weeks that was. Because we took students from the high school and middle school that exhibited a lot more maturity, because we wanted to equip some of those seniors that were moving forward to graduate, as well as others that are coming up, so that we can continue to cultivate a leadership culture there at the school. And man, it was powerful. 2 stories of transformation were 2 young ladies that were honored and blessed to be chosen to be part of the program. And as I read their letters of reflection, they shared with me that they never felt or saw themselves as leaders. And once they could look in the mirror and establish that identity with themselves, it resonated in their heart that they are a leader, that they do have what it takes. You see, all of us tag ourselves with self-limiting beliefs, intentionally or unintentionally. It could be passed on from generations prior to you, or your inner circle. What do you feed your brain? What do you feed your heart? You have to guard your heart, as it's the wellspring of life, as it says in the good book. But those two young leaders just inspired and provided that spark throughout the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school, so much that we kicked off a second class. And through that process, I was sharing with the Maxwell Foundation about what we've done there. This was October of 23, and Mark Cole was just blown away with what we've been doing there. He got me in connection with the Transforma de Dominicana team, the Yolidero I lead, and we quickly implemented that with the local team, with JV and Susie, support from the Latin team of Maxwell. To fast forward to today, it's just been powerful. In February of 2024, we were blessed with the opportunity to welcome John Maxwell to our foundation. George, Mark Cole, several folks that were participating on that transformation trip. And what a powerful time that was for us to share with the Maxwell Foundation team all that we have done at the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation, and what all we will accomplish with their support, with their pouring in to our students, to our faculty, and to the community of Caribe. So again, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And we all have what it takes. It's yours if you want it. Wow. Well, I did it, Rowdy. I did it.